Yeah, there you go. You do the intro, bro.
Yeah, me and Zach. He is here with the one and only Chanda Sok. Cheers, brother.
Oh,
Yeah, cheers. There we go.
Take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one. See how this goes, huh?
Down range.
Oh, it's so good. All right, so yeah, Chanda's a good friend of mine, and obviously he's a vet, and so just want to bring you on and talk about your experiences. First, though, I don't think I've even asked you. So I know I told you before, but me and Chanda went to the same middle school, Nathaniel Green.
Yep.
So we know each other. And then you're a grade above me, so you graduated 2003.
Yeah, I graduated in 2003. We went to Mount. I went to Mount and yeah, just did got straight out of graduated. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So graduated straight out of high school. Went straight right in, no break, nothing like that.
Straight to the core.
Yeah, asked my mom to sign because I went in as a seven. I was a baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went in
Wow.
at 17.
What did you go in as?
I went as a. What do you mean? Like
Was it MLS?
Yeah.
So I initially I joined. I asked to go into the infantry, but because I wasn't a U.S. citizen, the only other option for combat was tanks, artillery, comms, anything that would support infantry. So I was like, well, who's going to be on the line with them? It's like mostly tanks. I was like, sign me up, put me there,
Wow.
and I'll figure my way into the infantry that way. So,
Yeah, I think that's such a different perspective. Like, because we obviously both like doing the infantry thing. Like, dude, tanks, I don't even know where to start.
yeah, it was weird because dead set the reason why I chose the Marine Corps was because all my coaches were Marines. Like both my wrestling coaches were Marines. One of my baseball coaches were Marines. So like I played sports, so it was kind of in tune to that. And on top of that, like I have a history of family being in the military. Like my uncle's in the Marines.
Oh, that's cool.
Funny story. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
a funny story about that in Iraq. My father was in the military. My grandfather's all my uncles. So
Oh, wow.
it was like
Yeah.
a lineage of military, and it was just one of those things that like I feel like I'm not ready for college, even though I had scholarships for
Yeah.
academics. But I was like, nah, I need something else. And then like this happened like around 9/11 because
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, send me, huh?
Like
Yeah.
fuck it, just send me, just do what you want with me, and then like let me do my part. So that's like my initial push into the military.
Yeah, tanks, huh?
Yeah, tanks. I know it's weird. It was, like I said, like I joined tanks. I didn't even know a thing about. I didn't even research it. I was like, just get me next to infantry.
Yeah.
I didn't know you couldn't join infantry.
Yeah,
this
that's-
is just a
that's
Marine
a-
Corps thing that we.
I don't know.
I think it's across the
Yeah.
board.
Really?
Yeah,
Even the
'cause-
army.
You
the
think?
ar-
Yeah, but you think like why infantry? Why not like? Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
so-
Intel.
Yeah, I was just saying that too. You're like psyops.
Yeah, so I thought so the reason why I was given that in order to be infantry was because of tactics, because of security clearances.
I must have changed now because because I know like a couple dudes that are in our unit that we like have. I've done the citizenship thing for them. So it's like
in
so
the
it must
Marine
be-
Corps you had
Yeah.
to be a U.S. citizen to be in the infantry
Yeah,
for the
man.
Marine Corps. So I don't know if it's just stricter.
So when did you end up like getting your full citizenship, like during deployment and stuff?
Yeah, so during my first deployment, through everything, they would sneak me, and do the applications at the CPAC, in between missions, and then like when I get back, they swore me in at the courthouse. So like
shit.
I was even a
Badass.
citizen before, like fighting for the country.
shooting
It was
tanks
weird.
and shit. And fucking,
Yeah, it was like the weirdest opportunity ever.
That's
but
awesome.
like I knew that it was bound to happen. Might as well do it that way.
That felt weird. The to me, that seems so badass. Like you're in the middle of war, and now you're getting your citizenship.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I was telling him earlier, my naturalization, like the picture that you take, the passport pictures, it was me in green skivvies just covered in like Iraq, like baby powder dust, and I look like a refugee. like no lie, if I wish I had it with me, I would have showed you guys. It's like it was great. It was funny. It looked like I was like 25 cents a day. You get you can feed this kid. Like
Find
it was.
that. Send it to me. I can put it up if you don't mind.
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
just add it to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so I lost so much. Like it was literally I lost like in the tanks. There's no AC. Like you blow
damn.
hot air on you through the NBC system, and it's 140 degrees inside the tank plus
God,
whatever the
man.
residual heat from whatever we're outside. So you're constantly sweating. And the Marine Corps, they're strict with certain things. You always have your armor, even your flak, all that on you at all times. So.
man.
You have to learn to traverse in this little tin can
Yeah.
with 4 other dudes, and you're living and breathing in the field in that. So the smell, the oils, the hydraulic fluids, and
Did you
stuff
learn
like
to
that.
like it?
What happened?
Did you learn to like it? Kind of like
Is it like Fury? Like in your
So
tank? and it's like
when
the
they
thing.
said it's the best job you ever had, that is legit. Like there was nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
Because you get these 4 guys,
Yeah.
like you live through everything together, and you
Yeah.
get 4 different experiences, but like you're just looking out for just those 4 guys.
Yeah.
But then you have a wingman, like tanks. There's 4 tanks to a platoon.
Okay.
I mean 4 tanks to
Squad?
a platoon, and then what happens is that like pilots, you have a wingman. So
Yeah.
every time where you go, he goes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
to live off as a section together.
Yeah,
and stuff
no
like
way.
that.
That's a wild experience.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so different than like obviously our experience with everything. But like, yeah, man. those freaking
Yeah,
tanks,
integrating with infantry, that was fun. Like, how to just shoot, like how to teach them how to call outs, how to designate which side of the tank you're on, where the grunt we call it a grunt box. There's literally a telephone in the back of the tank that connects to our comms. And if you say, "Hey, building 180 degrees that way, you're 2 o'clock, level it, please," and we would just lob rounds.
So there's like a dude standing behind you, like
you
in the
get
call box.
Percussion's loud, but it won't kill you. The
Yeah.
blowback, it won't kill you if you're outside the tank.
Yeah, so somebody's like literally just be like, "Oh, hey, man,
Yeah.
level that thing."
Yeah, we'd, like
Do it.
yeah, it's just
That's wild.
like we would do anything for the grunts, like anything they want. He's like we need a way in. He's like, I'll take that wall down. We'll back it right into it. It's a 70-ton vehicle. You literally just back into it, back out, and they rush in. Wow. You don't have to go through the front door. You don't have to go through a window.
That's awesome.
So that's that.
Yeah. So 03, right? You said 03 you joined.
Yep, September 03. I went straight. I went straight to boot camp in Paris Island, and then that was 3 months. And then for my A school, which is the tank school, was in Kentucky at the time, Fort Knox. I stayed down there for 4 or 5 months. The school is about 3 months, and that's where you learn all your pretty much how to be a tanker. Like you have to learn different fighting tactics. It's the same thing. Echelons, like fighting formations, ambushes. The same thing that you would just teach with the infantry, because you're gonna learn to integrate with them. So it's pretty much the same thing across the board. Like the Marine Corps is good of cross training and making sure everybody integrates very easily to support. So everything, the Marine Corps is infantry. Infantry is God. Everything else is you're a pogue. Even if you're with them, even if you're with them in the field, you're a pogue.
Yeah.
So but we earned that respect. Like in Fallujah, like I couldn't go anywhere without getting drinks bought for me from a couple of guys. The stuff that we've done for them. Like we.
Did you see their asses? Yeah.
Yeah, but like it was just one of those things. Like we didn't look at it like that. It was like let them shoot us. Like it was just one more. It was just more,
2 inches of armor, 3.
it was like the certain parts of the tank was like 21 inches, like in front of the turret and stuff like that. Like our skirts were like about 4 or 5 inches. Like
no way.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. It's all depleted uranium.
Yeah.
So it's pretty strong. But there's some new like Russian stuff that can pierce through it, and that's why we lost one of our guys. We didn't realize that they can.
What's that, like EMP and stuff like that? Is that what they started with?
Yeah, it was just a weird things. Like it was just stupid
shit,
shit that we didn't even realize. Like they were finding more and more ways to build up their IEDs to knock out tanks. 'Cause it was their trophy. Like, to knock out a tank. Like put a tank on the national news burnt up.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. So they were stacking like 4 155 mic bikes together. They were doing weird shit. Like we're like just good, and so it was just one of those things.
Wow. Now, when you join, do you join just as a tank crew member, or is there like different jobs in a tank?
Yeah. So in a tank crew, you have a driver, a loader, a gunner, and a tank commander. The tank commander has full control of everybody. He's usually the head person in charge. And then when he's not there, it's the gunner, loader's the third in command, and the driver's just the driver. Usually, it's E1s to E3s are drivers and loaders, and then sometimes E3s and NCOs, and usually becomes a gunner, and then usually sergeants and up are. But there's history where it could be corporals and stuff like that, be tank commanders. It's just that you just need to know your stuff. You just got to know the tank inside and out, because you're not just the fighter, you're also the mechanics on the vehicle.
Oh no way!
So you have to learn. You have to learn all the basic stuff. It's like it might not be a lot of maintenance stuff, but it's like stuff you have to understand your vehicle, what happens if we blow on a track out there, it's only us out there, so we have to learn how to put it together. If we blow on a road wheel, if we have, problems with FRH, you have to learn to identify these problems. So like you train all the time because you always have to prepare for everything. And that's then at the top of that, you have to learn your weapon system. On top of that, you have to learn your personal weapon system. Like it's just always stacks of weapons, and you're just like, you just have to be proficient. Like, it's, we have when we go to the field, it's literally put you in scenarios where you have to shoot troops, switch the guns. Now you have to do mains. There's like, troop carriers in the back. You have to learn to shoot from 200 yards to all the way up to almost 4,000 meters. You're like, you just got, and they just kind of stagger it where you have to like kind of jump on your feet while you're moving, while training with these, like, and everybody works independently from each other. So you have to kind of be like this click. You have to make sure that when I fire that gun, nobody's behind there. Like everybody knows their role. It's just one of those things.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you did you go into A school, and then you went from there to to Fallujah? Or?
Right from A school, you go into the fleet. That's where you are designated your unit.
Yep.
I was assigned the 2nd Tank Battalion. It's my home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for the world. And that's where you're assigned your platoon and your crew for the next couple of years if you want to, but they move around a lot. With us, the second Fallujah was about to happen, and after I left tank school, I went straight into the field from tank school straight into the field for deployment buildup, and we left that September. So I left tank school in June, went to Fallujah and stuff in September, all the way up till November when it happened.
Damn.
So I was greener than green. Like you were literally like, you didn't even taste the fleet yet. You're like field up, deployment build up and stuff. He's like, all right, you're on a plane, go. And then I didn't even know what to feel because I was like,
you guys call it boot, right?
Yeah, you're a boot, so you're just scared. Like, you're already scared because you don't know what the hell's going on. Now it's you don't know what the hell's going on, and people are going to shoot at you.
Yeah, right. Jeez, man.
But,
trial by fire, huh?
Yeah, you talk about, straight into the fire, and then just, learning everything and being nervous about doing your job, making sure you're doing everything correctly. Like, I was always good, like, when it comes to academics. I was never good, like, hands-on. Like, I never, changed a tire before. I never did any of these things. Now you're changing, like, 100-pound road wheels. Like, your tracks sections are worth, like, almost 400 or 500 pounds. You're, like, use 2 guys to move that. Like, just being resourceful.
Yeah, wow.
That's what the Marine Corps, like, does. It just makes you so resourceful and makes you uncomfortable where, you have to think outside the pocket to make your life better.
A lot of responsibility really fast.
Yeah, like, then, the Marine Corps is just nuts. It's a cult. It's the only way to explain it. Like
the war core.
We're like one of the sayings is like, you might not be the smartest, but you will be the strongest, because we take like the bottom, and we want the guys that just goes, like doesn't hesitate. You just goes, and. You got all these alphas just thrown in together, and you're just jockeying who's the strongest alpha. And then at the same time, it's just like all you want to do is just fuck shit up.
That's why I like the Marine Corps. It's like everyone's got that infantry mentality, even if you're like a cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, everybody shoots at the same range. Like, there's no I know infantry people who can't shoot for shit. I know fucking cooks that can like snipers. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? You just don't get it. But like, everybody respects the infantry because everything's done to support them, and we understand that role. But like, at the same time, it's like you control what you do. And you do it the best you can. You take the same mentality. It's like, yo, I'm gonna fuck shit up at what I do. I want to do this. I'm gonna do it 100%. And then. There's going to come a time where everybody relies on each other. Yeah. It's just one of those things, like the whole, you could be on a transport supply and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a gunfight.
No way.
With, supply guys, admin guys.
Yeah, that's wild.
And everybody knows what to do because you go through MCT where it's like 30 days of basic infantry training.
Yeah.
So you know how to move, you know how to communicate, you know what contact left means, you know what to do. And it's all just drilled towards, like, infantry, where it's
that's one thing the Marines probably did well compared to the Army and stuff.
They make you like, they break you down mentally, like in boot camp, where they just feed you this fucking propaganda, like you're a monster, you're an animal. All you do is your job is to kill. That's it. I don't care if you're a cook. You're killing someone with a spoon. Like they talk, they do
They're
stupid.
they're pretty good at it.
They're
though, you know?
hardcore. They're so hardcore about it, and it's like you don't realize it until you get out. Like I was in a cult. It's the only way to do it. It's like I was in a cult.
Mind if we fast forward a little bit?
Yeah.
I mean, so like I said, if you're not comfortable answering any of these questions, just obviously
get
feel free
that.
to don't answer. But I'm curious, your first firefight. How did you feel about it? Like, and can you explain like what went down?
So, me personally, when I had to pull the trigger in my first firefight, we were already about a week into Fallujah. The reason why I got jumped into the gunner's hole is because one of my the person on my section, an RPG went through and put a shrapnel through his knee, and he had to get evac'd. So in the tanks, you cross train, so everybody knows everybody's job. So they threw me in the gunner's hole, brand new, don't know anything. So what happened was that it was 24-hour ops. We're in the middle of Fallujah. There's gunfights going everywhere. You hold the line. There's all these phase lines all the way up to the middle of the city. And my job during the middle of the night was Firewatch. So I was like, all right, I can do this. So I stayed awake for a week already without any sleep, just water and Skittles. So that's I didn't smoke, I didn't dip. So that was my only technique. I was like, I just turned 18 when I go to Fallujah. So I never smoked, I never really drank, I never did anything. I tried to dip once and I threw up because the guy told me to swallow it. He's like, so,
That's bad advice.
Yeah, and then. So you get thrown in here. So we're protecting the governor, the mayor's complex with all the top where they stopped at the phase line, and I was just traversing. Like traversing means like you're scanning with the tank.
Yep.
So we have thermals, so everything's thermaled and stuff like that. We knew where everybody was, and there was this alley, and like you can see people peeking, and I'm telling my tank commander, I was like, hey, there's people peeking through this alley. I was like. He's like, well, let me see who's on the other side. So he calls up. He's like, yeah, that's all thing. And I see like the nose, like the nose of like AKs and stuff like that. He's like, I don't know if this is just like the the Iraqi military. I don't we don't know anything like that, right? And then they just started opening up, and the guy stepped out, and he's like light him up, and I just squeezed the trigger and just cut this dude in half.
No shit.
Cut this dude in half, and I'm like. And I'm like,
because it's an AWACS, right? It's like what do you call it? Like a 30 cal or something like that.
It's a 240.
Oh, okay,
So,
240. Yeah.
We have a 240 coax, and literally just cut this dude down.
No way.
And I'm like, oh my god. The first couple of times I missed. I'm not gonna lie, I missed. But after week 2, it was just like dead on. Just and then my first like actual like daytime no thermals, like almost point blank main gun round to a dude, and just completely. Pink mist.
So your first firefight and first confirmed kill was the first week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like a mile away too, right? Like it's not, or is it like
in the
right
city?
There? Oh, right, the city. Yeah,
like,
that's
not
right.
Not even 10, 15 yards. Yeah, it was like literally on the thing.
Holy crap.
It was,
yeah. So like, what was what was the first experience with that? Like, I mean, how'd you feel after that?
So. It was, I guess, like, the only way to explain it, like, somebody explained to me, is, like, if you're a hunter, when you get your first kill, you get this rush.
Yeah.
This rush of, like, adrenaline, this rush of, like you're psyched, like, and you can physically see it. For me, because I was so drained, and just so didn't eat properly, just water and Skittles, like, it was more nauseous, so I threw up.
You threw up?
I threw up, and that became a story in my
story. No.
Sorry.
But like everybody goes through it differently. Like I didn't go out. Like even though we were trained day in and day out to go like knock and kill people, like you don't do that until the situation presents itself, and even then you like. You have to think of your morals and your ethics at that one split second. Like, do you not, like, you just go. Like, you're protecting everybody. It's like the way I kind of fought against my own ethics, like, being Buddhist and stuff like that. You're kind of being pacifist. You're supposed to avoid. You're supposed to not hurt anything or anything like that. You go against your own morals. But at the same time, all I cared about was, like, I pushed that to the side, and all I cared about was bringing my guys back home.
Yeah.
And making sure that nobody crossed my line. This is my sector.
Yeah,
I'm controlling the sector. And that's and it was just rush. It was just a rush, and I threw up, and I panicked at first because like I didn't know, like not know anything, and then like when the daylight came, sure as shit, the body was there. I was like, fuck. All right.
damn.
After the first one, it's downhill from there. It just becomes a video game after that. It's just one of those things where you just
Now,
move
were
on.
you able to block it out? Like, was it? I mean, up until when? I guess is like kind of the biggest thing.
So Fallujah was so weird because it was about a 2-3 week block of just constant fighting.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have time to think what you did 30 seconds ago. He's like, all right, I just, 4 AK rounds coming out of this, this house, just knock it down.
Yep.
Main gun round. We're like, we'll search it later. Next house. So it's house to house fighting.
Yeah.
All the way up into the center of the city. So it was just nonstop. So you don't even think to confirm. You don't even think anything. You're just moving.
Yeah.
You bodies everywhere. You're hearing stories. You're seeing Marines get shot. You're seeing you're medevacing Marines on top of your vehicles, like just to get them out. Like it's just you see like a Marine kicked on the door on the other side of sandbags with a guy with a PK just aimed right down, just mowing down that Marine. Like it just and then in Fallujah there's hotels. So imagine this gigantic hotel in the middle of the city, and there's like 100+ rooms, just all flashes of freaking rounds coming at you. What do you do?
That's like a
We're gonna level it. Hey, tanks on just started lobbing rounds in every single one just to shut them up.
yeah.
Wow.
And then there was Moss. We getting shot from Moss. We're not supposed to shoot in Moss, but like, Fallujah is like, they were trying to knock down. They were knocking down towers.
Yeah.
Like they were sending like air support to knock down towers.
Yeah.
That's what the bad guys are. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird though because it was designated everybody in that city was combatant.
Yeah,
If you
because
were
they
13
gave
and
him
above-
they gave him like a pretty good warning.
We
It
gave
was
him like 2-3 months warning to get out.
and they were like, hey, like no, Karzai was like keep him there and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
the build up.
Or not Karzai. What's his name? Yeah, that dude.
So like the build up to Fallujah was weird because we would do these feints like every day, like we were going in that day, and nobody would know. They would just start lobbing RPGs and mortars at us, and we just turn around and just go. And we did this every night for like two months, and all of a sudden we didn't even know until we did it. They're like, we're going in now. We're like, what? They were like they wanted all the tanks online on that side. And they all wanted shot at one time, and it was the coolest ever.
Oh my god! I just
imagine Independence Day with all the airplanes in line, and the guy gives the order, and it was literally like that. All the tanks were online, right on the outside, and he's like volley fire. He's like on my command, and so I stood up because you can see the tracers coming. Here they come. You can see whatever, and it just went, and it was. Whoosh, we're like, oh shit, this is actually happening because we never all got online shot like that, and it was in the pitch dark.
Yeah,
and dark. They had no legit, so it just lit up everything, and then you saw the outskirt, like the outline of the city, and just the buildings just blowing up. And it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
Did you say there was fast movers too? So like you had your 4 tanks, and was there fast movers? You said?
Yeah, so we had 4 tanks. Yeah. We had so they fortified the outskirts of the city. So we had Mikliks that shot to clear out all the mines. Mm-hmm. So and then we had our mechanics and we had people. We had mine clearer tanks where you literally it looks like a snowplow.
Yeah, I've seen
tanks,
them,
and you just follow right after him, and then we get into the city, get a stronghold, and then control it, and then start slowly go that way.
Okay.
No way.
Everybody was on foot. Like the infantry guys went in after us after we did insert, and then we pushed in.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do a lot of the Humvees and stuff like that because it was the way it was just congested, the way it was all in pitch black. It was just weird.
Plus, it was probably soft shells, right?
And at that time, it was just people just Jimmy rigging up armor on
trying to make it work, man.
Yeah. I felt bad for those guys. Those dudes got lit up bad. Like I felt bad. Like it's just one of those things. You're like. You feel invincible because you really haven't seen anything that can kind of light you up. Like we hit IEDs, he's like, oh, it just popped off a wheel. Oh, it just popped off the track. Let's put it back on. Yeah. Then what happened to my section guy, Al Slew, when we hit the RPG, he's like he didn't even know he got hit. He heard the explosion. The halon ball goes off because and then all of a sudden. He's like, yo, my shit's burning. Like, he's grabbing it and just blood everywhere. He's like, and there's like a freaking dollar-sized hole in his shin.
Oh, shit, man.
And we were like, oh, God. Like, what happened is, like, we thought it was a gun. It's like, did you get sniped? Like,
it went in the tank? Or it was
he was inside the tank.
He was in the tank.
Yeah, so it went through our skirt. It went through the armor. It hit it hit the halon bottle, the explosion, the tip. I'm sorry,
okay.
the tip, and then it just blew up, and it just shrapneled right into his leg.
Oh shit, man.
So we evac'd him out. That was the scared I ever got, and that's what pissed me off. That set the tone of just like, oh, you want to hurt us? Okay, all right, we can get hurt. Okay, listen, it's on now.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where it was just like I did everything to make sure that everybody came back. Like,
so how long? So how long was your Fallujah?
About 3 to 4 weeks.
So 3-4 weeks, and then like how long did your deployment go after that?
Then it was like 6-7 months after that.
6-7 months.
Yeah. So that was like at the beginning, kind of like the quarter way was Fallujah.
Oh,
From
wow.
when we came, I think we went in like September, October, and Fallujah happened in November.
So after all that, and after doing Fallujah, like was it like?
So that was the worst.
Yeah.
Coming down from being gods of the battlefield to like, all right, IED sweep, all right, just make contact, fight, seek and destroy.
Yeah.
And getting blown up. Like, all right, we're gonna do like security for Abu Ghraib. We heard that they're gonna break these guys out. So they stayed. So our section got tasked of protecting Abu Ghraib as QRF, just in case somebody tried to break everybody out of Abu Ghraib. So that was funny because that's the first time I ever interacted with Army.
Okay.
Like, and
How was that experience? Be gentle.
it was a whole brand new world because so there's no girls in infantry. There's no girls in tanks. Well, there's girls now in tanks.
Okay.
So it was the first time I've seen like units with females. So Alpha just drunk off a war. So you can imagine.
Yeah,
So we
now
go in
you're
here.
like,
So there's nurses. There's MPs. There's you guys had a MWR. I'm like, what?
Oh, so you're on a fob?
Yeah, they created Abu Ghraib into
gotcha.
a fob.
So he's
like,
on. Yeah, I can see it.
So I'm like, what is going on? And then they put us up in jail cells. We're like, oh, okay.
yeah, thanks, dude.
So we're in
Yeah,
jail
appreciate it.
cells.
Army
Like,
would
so,
do that.
so I'm thinking so this is a jail cell. Like I'm like, there's drainage pits. There's like hooks on top of the ceilings.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, yo, these dudes really got tortured. I would not want to be here. And then
You gotta sleep there at night. You're like, oh yeah, here.
yeah. So a lot of the stuff that like happened to Abu Ghraib, everybody knows what happened to Abu Ghraib. We were kind of there while that was happening, but we kind of like we weren't allowed to interact with the prisoners and stuff. That's all MP stuff. That's all. But like they had like mud wrestling, like with the girls, and then like you have like higher ups like chanting them on. We were like, fuck that. I am not doing it.
Not getting caught. Not me.
No.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like good for them. You guys are having fun. Fuck that. I don't care. I wish we could be relaxed like that. But we were just pedal to the metal. We were just like trying not to like sully the tank community. We're not like everything was scrutinized. Like, and we were just like stay out of trouble, because it was just one of the. And then we were just doing patrols. We were doing security up and down Route Michigan, like from like Fallujah to like Baghdad and stuff like that. We would escort people in and out. We would pick fights, we would just do whatever, IED sweeps, things like that.
Were you just like rolling over them essentially? Or
no, we had to
like...
call EOD because they were coming up with these brand new ways, and this is how they were finding out. Like instead of just shooting them on spot and blowing them up, which we could, they asked us to refrain from doing that because they needed to learn what they were doing.
Yeah. And what was it at the time? Was it just landmines or HME or?
So it was just landmines and just like pressure plates.
Yeah.
Like as like my second and third deployment came, it became a lot more sophisticated. There were, one of our units. We lost a guy, Sergeant Yola. He Christmas tree lights, IED, which was weird. So it looks like a straight like they have like Christmas tree lights strung across the street.
Yep.
And if you break one of the bulbs, and it breaks the circuit, it sets off the bomb.
That's so smart.
And we didn't no. There was no reports. There was no it was just weird shit like that. They would build, more like 155 Mike mortar rounds into like cements. They would put it. They knew that our most vulnerable spot was on top, so they would build IEDs on top of like light poles that would shoot down.
Oh shit.
like you know,
like 155 rounds.
yeah,
going
just
down.
blowing down like all that force, and we were just like, holy shit! They were doing like
Was that was like to your second one? So
Yeah, like my yeah.
when did you come back from your first one?
so after.
Or
So
what was? I guess what was like the time frame like from when you
yeah,
did
so
your first to your
Fallujah,
second?
yeah, so Fallujah happened like November 2004. We came back like April, May of 2005. That summer we did another pre-deployment training, and we left again in September, October.
Wow, man.
And then to our second one. So the second one became a little bit weird because it wasn't guns free anymore.
Yeah,
It was
that's
Yeah,
it
so you
was
get the
you know,
ROE
proper, yeah,
and that
like
kind of
proper,
stuff, yeah.
you know.
Was this show, shout, and then shoot?
Yep.
Okay.
So with the flares,
That's the
like
flares,
popping
yeah,
the
yeah.
flares, like popping, you know, just showing the guns, like showing the flag. We had to do flags and all this weird shit. And so we did. So we were pretty much route security the second time around. You know,
It did a big difference though. It's like shit.
Yeah,
like
going
king of
from
the battle.
Connecticut,
Now I'm
yeah.
like,
yeah, it was
yeah,
such a
here we are.
huge adjustment. But you know, the professionals that we were just like, fuck it, just go, just suck it up, or whatever.
You probably didn't even know those other missions, like kinetic missions. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
want to mix it with the army, and then like we have all sorts of missions.
Yeah, we had did we? So Fallujah was Fallujah was like did we had so besides Abu Ghraib with joint force with the army, we really didn't mix with the army at all. Like we were just detached to a certain grunt unit, or we would just be tasked for like 24-hour security ops
Yeah.
on this one, like in Habbaniyah. Like we were literally 12 on, 12 off. Like, you know, just riding the routes,
Yeah.
12 on, 12 off for like 3 months. That
Shit.
that just ate us up. Like,
Yeah,
we
I
were
bet.
we got hit with so many IEDs that I don't know if you guys heard the story about that sniper that stole the Marine sniper. He killed the Marine squad, like a sniper's team, and they stole the weapons.
No.
No.
So
wasn't
there
it?
was like a Chechen sniper,
Oh. God.
and he would
Oh, yeah.
he
Okay.
shot like I think it was like 8 tankers in this one stretch, and he was shooting while they were moving. And they're like our ROEs changed that you can't be outside because there's this guy just shooting people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was probably the scariest I've ever been because of how good this guy was.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when we were there, he shot our XL in the hand because our XL's hand was outside the tank for like 3 seconds.
Wow.
Like he was just checking the safety on the 50 cal.
Yeah.
And he got shot and he literally shot and skipped and like cut his like wrist.
Jeez, man.
When I hear snipers, like obviously during combat, it's always Chechen. I don't know what it is. It's like you don't hear it from like.
It's just that they're just born into it. Like they're like guerrilla style.
Yeah,
they're
Chechen
used
Bosnia,
to
that
the
kind of thing,
the
yeah.
urban stuff. They're really good at concealment. They're really
Yeah, when they were fighting forever.
Yeah,
Like,
the way they
it's not
found
like
this.
they're-
Yeah, the way they found this guy, they snuck like snipers into the city and just they stayed there for like days.
Yeah.
And they were just asking for this guy to shoot.
Yeah.
And then this guy one time just shot, and somebody realized that he's like, there's a vehicle with blacked out windows, and the only thing that was showing is the triangle on the back of the window, like the passenger. You know that little triangle window.
Oh yeah.
That was
okay.
out. They show the
no
flash
shit.
in there. He's like, all right, we have the vehicle. We know what it is. And they literally had a guy, he's like, he parks kind of in the same area, but he just moves it back and forth or whatever. And they had a sniper team, and they literally just, like, when he pulled up, like, he didn't know the guy was there, and he literally shot. And, like, when we inspected the vehicle, like, his brains were, like, smashed everywhere. We were like, and then that's where they recovered the M40. Yeah, it was,
Oh, no
that was one of
shit,
the
man.
coolest things that we saw was that one of those things.
Yeah.
Let me pause this real quick, guys, so I can change the batteries real quick.
It's like, oh yeah, you were attached to us, and they were like, dude, you know how many times that we walked into houses where there was like 15 people in there and they were just all dead, and that we were about to clear it, and you guys said, stop it. Like it would have been like you hear stories
Massacred.
like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's I already hit it. Think so.
Oh.
I'm trying to help you out.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought we were still talking. I didn't even know you were ready yet or anything like that. Like,
Yeah, no, it's all
like
good.
things like that. Like he's like, dude, sometimes like you just get burned out. We don't like here's the next house, clearing the next house, clearing the next house.
And that was like a Marine dude.
yeah,
Marine infantry dude?
infantry
Yeah.
doing that. He's like, dude, there's a
How
phone.
long ago was that? Like, I mean, was it like after your like deployments and stuff like that? After everything, and then you're like talking about it.
Yeah, so the reserve unit the infantry reserve unit were from Springfield, Mass.
Yeah.
So I ran into one by accident playing poker at Foxwoods.
No shit.
And yeah, so he would tell me story. Like it was like, you know, you have those like small world
Yeah, the
like
vivid
event.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, it happens.
Like
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? Like you were there? It's like, yeah. I was like, this is because he saw my coin because I always play it as my coin protector. It's just second tanks on my cards.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, can I see that coin? I was like, yeah. And I flicked it. He's like, Marine? He's like, yeah. He's like, second tanks. He's like, when did you go in? I was like, in 03. He's like, oh, so you were there for Fallujah? He's like, yeah. He's like, and then he threw up his like his unit sign. I was like, oh shit, word. And like it was just then we literally just like started just having drinks and stuff like that, and we were just talking, and like he was just telling me his perspective, from, like the stuff that his guys said, and like he's like, dude, it's like it was like, you would never ever have to buy a bear again, things like that. Like, and you don't really think of that. Like you just think of you just doing your job, like on to the next shit. Like, but you like we helped out so many people, and that's all I can care for. Like that kind of gives me the the chills when somebody says,
No, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see a lot of lies, man. Like, who would have known? Like, if you
would have never known because we never cleared the buildings. I never got my body counts. You know, it's like it's whatever. It's on to the next. Yep. You know, you're just shooting rounds into these houses, and they're catching on fire. They're blowing the hell up. You know there was gunfire there a second ago. It stopped. Like, what happened? Did he run away? Like, you just don't care. You just on to the next. On to the next.
Yeah, man.
So,
no, that's good for you. Yeah. That's,
because when you said on to the next, so like a lot of soldiers, you compartmentalize. Is that what you did?
You had to.
Yeah.
Like the only time that I showed emotion was when Stu got hit, when my guy got hit.
You don't really like.
Yeah, like when I was like angry, like when I was sad, like it. You know, we had a lot of tragic things happen in our specifically my platoon. Like, we've been through a lot of historical things that happened that, you know, we lost a whole tank crew because it flipped over a bridge. You know, like things like that. And, like, you know, the next day we were on a mission.
yeah,
We're 18, 19-year-old guys, you know,
it's like you gotta move on.
They got us into a room. They asked us, do you guys want a chaplain? Military bravado. No, we don't need shit, you know, but, like...
How old?
But, like,
19 now?
I was 19, 20.
Okay.
And then, like, you know, we were all in the room together. We all looked. We all just, like, one guy shed a tear and everybody just lost it.
Yeah.
And then we were like, all right, man up. We got to go. They moved us out into a different area. 24-hour ops the next day. Like, you never had a chance to catch your breath.
Yeah.
Like, you never... And in a way, it kind of saved us because... You don't want to hesitate.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to hesitate outside the line.
It's like not the time, you know.
Yeah,
it's like,
and I feel like that's one of our major problems is compartmentalizing and not feeling what you should feel and locking it away.
Yeah.
And it's always lingering there, but you just kind of overlook it. But you still get the like chemical reactions that causes you to feel a certain way, PTSD.
yeah.
Like,
And well, that's why 10 years later you're like, oh, you know,
it's
you need
it's-
to talk to somebody or do
and
something.
People
like,
don't realize that it's not just things that you've seen, not things that you put away. It's just things that you felt, and nobody really talks about that.
You
Like,
didn't let yourself feel it.
Yeah, like no, like you.
well, because you couldn't. Like, it's
Like I
at
never
the time you
tried,
had to move on. You know, like you had to go do
you know,
shit.
people think I'm out, like you killed somebody. I was like, how did it feel? I was like, I don't fucking know at the time. I knew I threw up. I was on to the next. But you never real. That's something like not a lot of people do. You know, and then you're like, well, shit. Like how are we supposed to like how am I supposed to take it now? Does that make me a monster? Or does that make me not human? So you start to battle your own demons, trying to figure out, you know, what you were when you went in, what you are when you in, and what happens when you leave. And if you can't figure that out, you'd go on doing what we did, like avoidance.
Yeah.
Drink.
Yep. Yeah,
Cope.
exactly.
Any way you know how, because that's all we were taught. Cope your own way, but in private.
So how long until you actually confronted those questions? And if you could also let me know, I'm assuming it wasn't like anytime soon, but like before confronting that, you know, and feeling those feelings, what did you do to cope?
So like before we drank. You know, it's the easiest access. It's what you have.
Yep,
we're doing
definitely
now.
is the easiest
and-
access.
Talk about
like-
feelings. This makes it easier.
It's it kind of opens up like our barrier. We need something to loosen it up.
Yeah.
And like when I was in, like I did it privately. Like nobody knew I drank that much. Nobody knew. Not even my like I kept it away from everybody because I didn't want the stigma of like, oh, it's really fucking him up. You know, I never fell out of runs and never did any of that. Like PT kept it up, whatever. At night, what lights off, drink. You know, and then I did that for a year or two, and then it just got too bad where it, you know, I was for sure I know I was getting out because of the shit that the higher ups were doing, the officers that were ribbon chasing, like the new guys coming in, putting us in harm's way and stuff like that, and I couldn't watch my friends get hurt anymore.
You were a team leader at this point?
Yeah, I was considered I was a sergeant when I got out. Yeah.
So considered like tank commander or whatever that was.
Yeah, we were gunner tank commander. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did for the MEU. But I took a back seat because I knew I was getting out, so I let the young guys just take the role, just because I just wanted to relax. And yeah, I just did the drinking, like that was my. And then what made me stop was that I know that I had to go home.
Yeah.
And I couldn't face my family. I couldn't face my friends like that.
Yep.
He's like, how do I look like I didn't realize how much I drank until I got home on leave before certain leave before you EAS and got out. And my friends took me out to drink, and I was just downing these drinks.
Yeah, because you're like, this is normal. Yeah, it is what it is.
Right? And then they're just looking at me. It's like,
holy
dude,
shit,
you're
dude.
supposed to sip that. I was like, I'm just and then, and then I was like, and that was my first taste, because the way he made me, my friend Eric, the way he made me felt was it kind of was woke me up. He was all right, this is not normal. So for the last year of me being there, I dried up. I tried to do a cold turkey. Almost killed myself doing that. I didn't know you can have withdrawals from alcohol. I've never really drunk. Nobody ever tells you these things.
Yeah.
So I literally just instead of drinking a 24-pack, I'll drink 21. Do that for a week or two, and then drop it down to 18. And just slowly got myself off. And that's why I'm not drinking now. But because it took me to a spot where it didn't do anything for me at a point, and I felt like it was going to transition to something harder. Drugs. Because I have a very addictive personality. I do if I gamble, I gamble hard.
Yeah.
If I fight hard. It's just one of those things where I'm like, this is not going to end well for me.
I mean, did you go somewhere else though? Did you go to gambling or anything like that?
When I first got out, to feel the rush again, I did the gamble. I did do the gamble for a little bit. The problem is that I was really good at poker.
So it wasn't a gamble,
or it wasn't a gamble. So you were doing things you were just trying to bluff people out of just for stupid things, hero bluff calls and stuff like that. When you shouldn't be playing these cards, just because you just wanted to feel a rush.
Yeah.
I just wanted to take care of my friends. I wanted to take care of my family. I just wanted to do the right way. So it just whatever I put my attention on, I went in 100%. Because that means it blocked me out. With me, I realized I still had the anger issues.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had it because in the military you're always yelling. So it's whatever.
You're used to it, yeah.
And then, me yelling at my sister, and she's being scared to death of me. My family being scared to death of me.
Tough,
people avoid you. People think you're kind of weird. kind of. So I kind of drifted back, being the back. I never liked being the attention, the attention and stuff like that. It caused a lot of self-conscious stuff. I already felt like I didn't fit in. Now it's even worse because now people are seeing it. Mm-hmm. So it kind of pushed me more into a shell. And, and then the only thing I had was all right, and this is how I found out what my coping mechanism was school. It's something different. I focus on something, I don't think of anything. You know? So if it's poker, it's strictly poker. There's no flying thoughts of anything else. Okay. So I realized what will happen if I just guide this towards something useful, like school.
Damn, man.
Yeah. So so I did. So
I didn't do it that way. Not gonna lie.
So I did. So I got my bachelor's in criminal justice. I was like, okay, so what do I want to do with this? He's like, oh, law enforcement, there's security. I was already doing homeland security for GSA. Yeah. While I was going through school, and I was like, oh, okay, school's done. Then I started to panic because now school's over. Now there's all this free time. I dove myself into sports. I played football with Chanty and all of them and Jimmy, and I dove into sports. Practice sports. I didn't mind doing practices. I did because it was just avoidance. It was complete avoidance of anything that happened after. I locked all away my uniforms. I don't talk. Nothing decals, military. Nothing was in my house. Military. You wouldn't even know I was in military, because it was just brought back memories and stuff like that. And then, playing sports for so long, wear and tear, you start to get hurt. And then I was like, all right, I'm bored. I'm starting to lose relationships. I'm starting to get mad. I'm getting upset again. Pointed towards my masters.
Yeah.
So I did it that way. I just pointed it and just like, and it was like, I was stacking my schedule, where it's like 3 to 4 classes for masters when you should only be doing 1 or 2 a semester. I'm doing 4 classes on top of work, like full-time work, on top of gym in the morning. So my days would start at 5 and it would end at 11:30.
Yeah.
You know, and those 5 hours, I played video games, sleep for 2-3 hours, do it again. Do that for 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And it was just one of those things like, do you really have a life? I lost a relationship that way because like I didn't have time for her, or I didn't feel feelings. There was no, you know, like I don't even know the word is, reciprocal feelings like towards her. Like I loved her. I know that I loved her, but like I couldn't show it. I didn't know how to show it. Yeah. You know, it's just, and you know, and then after 10 years of this, of avoidance, and starting to realize that relationships don't work that way, friendships don't work that way. You know, so I kept my circle small. Like I only had like 4 or 5 friends. Like I had, you know, like we see Terry once in a while. Like we're cool like that. You know, like his brother, like, you know, Alex and all of them. We hung out. We grew up together. Yeah. But like, you know, the core friends is like what kind of saved me, because like it gave me like purpose. Like you know, if my friends are doing good, I don't care what happens to me. Like you know, like you have to kind of. And that's what I was working towards. So like, I want to work where, you know, my friends don't have to work. Like, we can all like move into that same neighborhood. We could like, you know, like some sort of goals. Like, and that's what I wanted. Like, but the problem was I was never happy. Like, I was always on to the next thing, on to the next thing. All right, not, you know, and I like, so from age 23 when I got out to like age 32 was all avoidance of like trying to figure out. I see that. Like schooling, like with everything, like it was like I didn't live.
We talked about it. I mean, 10 years is like I don't know what it is, like a threshold or something like that. But you're like 10 years, then you're finally like, shit, dude. Like maybe there's some stuff we got to talk about, or feel something like you know, like face the music, man. Like at some point, you know. So you said you're going into counseling. Are you doing it now, or are you...
So I had trust issues. So the first 2 years of my counselor at the VA, it was just to build rapport. That's how like stuck I was. Yeah. We didn't touch anything military until 2 years in. Wow. We were just talking about me. Yeah. Like what did I want out of it? Like what route I wanted to go. Like, and you know, some days I was about it. Some days I was like, nah, I'm not gonna say shit. Yeah. You don't know it. You don't understand. But like, I just wanted to get better because I know it was just going to get worse. So, like, I just risked it. I was like, you know what? I put myself out there. If I get hurt, I've been through worse. Yeah. What's the worst could happen? You know, embarrassed. Like, you feel embarrassed. And then, like, she started to kind of look at it from, like, treating the symptoms to treating, like, to me. Like figuring out what's wrong with me. Like, why I'm not happy. And she would make me do these exercises where, like, I'm like, okay, so how was your childhood? Like, we didn't even touch it. Like, I was like, oh, he's like, I took care of my siblings. Like, in a lot of the Southeast Asian community, your parents work, so your older brothers would take care of your siblings. You know, so you always had this concept of, you know, responsibility at a really young age. So, like, so that's why, like, being NCO and being protective of your guys came natural. He's like, well, that's why you really care. Like, that's where you brought that. He's like, how's your relationship with your mom? How's your relationship with your dad? I was like, I love my mom to death. My dad can go fuck himself. You know, he's like, you know, he's like, okay, so let's like, are you angry at that? Like, and you never really talk about it. Yeah. You just, he's like, so do you feel like you were abandoned? He's like, so it just like webbed out into this whole, like, let's see where your platform is to see what's on top of it.
Find out the fundamental you.
Yeah. And then, so that kind of like, you know, that kind of opened me up. And then somehow, like, one day it was just like I was really hurt because like it was the anniversary date of one of my guys passing. Yeah. And I just like, it's like, it hurts too much. Like I don't get it. She's like, what hurts? I was like, losing my friend. He goes, she goes like aha. He's like, all right, this is my segue in. Yeah. She like ninja'd my brain. Like, fuck that. And then she was like, she's really good. Like she's very empathetic. And she doesn't judge. Like, cause I've never had a psychiatrist. I never had a counselor. Yeah. But, like, these 2 years of her just trusting her for these things, kind of, like, every session, my what I feel, like, okay to talk about starts to expand. Like, for me, it took 2 years because there was just so much bottled up. There was just so much damage as like a child and like and stuff like that. But when it came to military stuff, it was more of like building blocks. Like he's like, okay, so she's like, all right, what were you? I don't even know what you are. 2 years in, she's like, I was like, oh, I was a tanker. It's like, oh, okay, oh, that sounds so cool, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
She goes, all right, what did you do, like with stuff like that? And then she's like, so why are you sad? I was like, why are you angry? Like, why? He's like, well, the reason why I'm angry, this, and this. He's like, okay, before we unload, let's take it one step at a time. He's like, what would you like to talk about? And then she just took it slow.
Yeah.
And then it made me comfortable, so I didn't have to reveal all the hard shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was just scary. Like, I was nervous. Like, I almost had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what do you mean?
It's not an easy experience at all.
It's not. Like, it's, I felt like I was going against all my values. You're
because you're a Marine. You're like you don't talk about that stuff. You don't
talk about your feelings. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so ingrained into you to like, if you're hurt, you don't say shit.
Especially as a Marine.
Yeah, you don't come off the line. The goal, you do not come off the line. That like blown off arm, tape it up, doc. I'm fine. Motor in water. It's drilled into you. So you're fighting what you indoctrinated in. You're fighting against your own ego. And you're fighting against every norm that you were told that was bad, and they wonder why we avoid it. They do that in all the branches.
Yeah.
Like if you keep going to like sick bay and shit like that, would they label you?
Yeah, broke dick.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking broke dick, man.
And then what? You lose your ego, you lose your status, you lose all this shit. You're like, what the fuck? So like you build a wall.
Yeah.
And trying to break down that wall, maybe it takes 10 years.
Dude, it does, man. We were like, we've talked about it multiple times. Like, and I think we talked about a podcast that I forget her name, but whatever. She was on like Jocko, whatever, and it was like 10, 12 years later. And she's like, now she's like reliving all this stuff, and it's like, man, like maybe it takes 10 years to like kind of, meld it in, create a life, and then realize that something's not missing, but like something's not fully done, Yeah. Like
my counselor, like she opened up my eyes to like where like the root cause of everything is, and it's usually in a place that you don't even expect.
It's your blind spot, and she can see it.
Because she's like, you have no qualms hurting people, killing people. Is that correct? I was like, yeah. He's like, but when somebody you love loses, you care so much, and it's like, and you feel like a failure, and it's like that's where it stems from. Like it's like, because I had like such a responsibility at such a young age. Like I feel like I had to take care of you. Like in my second deployment, after we lost our guys, I did not let anybody touch the deck. Like it wasn't even my job. He's like, no, I'm getting out of the vehicle. No, you stay in. Like I became like this stupid ass. Strict person. Stay in the fucking vehicle. I'll take care of it. I'll move. I'll check. And like I'll put myself in harm's way.
Yeah.
And like you can go home. I'm fine. Like it came to a point where it was just after losing because my first deployment I had no leadership. Like not leader like me personally. I was not in charge of anybody.
Yeah.
I had great leadership. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But me personally, I was a boot. Somebody was telling me what to do. I do it 100 miles per hour, right? The second deployment, I had people underneath me. And that's where it becomes, like, a little bit more... Like, when you have people underneath you and you're 21, control of dudes with kids, somebody's brother, somebody's husband.
Yeah.
So you're
like a father, like brother, like big brother kind of thing.
Exactly. And it becomes more of like, all right, we're family. So when I lost that, I've never lost anybody to death. Personally, and to lose it like at that point in my life, I did not take it well.
Yeah,
that's when you lost your friend in that tank in the second deployment.
Mm-hmm. It was over a stupid decision that we kind of brought up that I felt that I didn't fight strong enough for it. Like, I'm like, they already know we're here. Why are we going black lights? You can't miss a 70-ton fucking vehicle in the middle of a fucking little island in the middle of the Euphrates with fucking quad-cons around. There's in the broad daylight, we're there. So why fucking blackout? Why blackout?
Was that when the tank went over?
Yeah. So we went over the engineer bridges.
Yep.
that just fits a tank in clearance of 2 inches for a tank. That's how wide it was. We had 2 inches of clearance on either side. And we were like, and you're expecting a 20-year-old to look through NVGs, and you guys know how NVGs are.
Yeah, they're
you
great.
have no
Great.
depth perception to traverse this vehicle that he's not even fully comfortable with yet. And then when that happened, I was like, I fucking lost it. I was like, all right, any danger, fuck it, I'll take it. I'll take the force. And like, you know, like the survivor's guilt, like that's what eats at me, is not what I've seen, it's what I've lost, what I've lost personally as an individual. My first time, you know, having people under my command, like, you know, having talks literally 5 minutes before this happened, like, you know, getting shook up, like, yo, they fell, like, you know, the feeling of helplessness, and it just to a fucking point where it was such like. It was fucking stupid. Like, you're so mad. Like, it could have been prevented. Like, when those are what hurts the most, where it could have been prevented. Like, you know, and you did say something, and nothing was done because you're still a fucking boot, even though you're a fucking NCO.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Like, you know, you see things, you have experiences, you bring up fucking problems, and they're like, no, fuck you, whatever, out.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the argument. Like, you can't go higher. You know, you're like, fuck you. All right, I tried my best, but did you?
Yeah.
Did you fight for it? Like, you know how, like, you fought that decision that you feel like did you fight enough for it, or did you not fight enough for it? Did you not vocalize, or did you just be a bitch about it and shut up because that's not your place? And that's where that's what you fight. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you played it, you know, the right way as far as within the military, the rank structure. It sounds like it's probably your LT or something, right?
But if you follow the military, I did everything right. Yeah. But personally, how do you separate your personal feelings for what you're supposed to do with military regulation?
Right, I know what you mean.
So you're caught between two worlds where, like, if the ranks were off, your
fight,
like,
your
fuck
fight, you, dude.
Yeah, you were fucking
LT from fucking goddamn school.
Exactly. And you're like, but you can't.
Right.
He wants to do everything by the book. It's just There was a lot of like anger towards that, you know, and I've been working, and that's where, like, that I found out, that my counselor found out, that's where it all stems from, is the lack of control, the lack of not being able to do certain things when you thought you could do certain things. Like, it was out of your control, it was out of your hands. But, like, at the same time, you're put in a situation where you could have done something, but you, at the same time, if you did, you would have been fucked.
I know what you mean. Like, I think logically, irrationally, you did the right thing. You know, you're just a E3, E4, E5, and you said you had the balls to say what you needed to say, but knowing what happened, you lost a friend because of that fucking asshole.
You feel
emotionally,
and you feel like it's your fault.
Yeah.
Even though
you could have never done anything.
There's nothing I could have done different. It would always end up the same way.
Yeah.
I can't let go that it's still not my fault. And you know, call it survivor's guilt, call it, fucking my counsel called it a moral injury. That's what she called it. As basically it's something that goes against your ethics outside the military. Like, like it's like a broken ego. Like you know what you were before you joined.
Yep.
So you were this happy-go-lucky kid. You were funny. You were friendly. Then like you get put in a situation where all that shit doesn't matter. Yeah. So now you're going against everything you stand for, and then you're put back into the same situation where you left, but you went against everything that you stood for, and now you feel like shit. Yeah. It's like, I didn't think I was ever gonna hurt anybody. I didn't think I could do things that I've done. So like I look at myself like I don't even deserve to be here. Like they're not here. Why am I here? Like, why did I have to? I put myself in so much situations I could got killed because I just felt so guilty, and it's like God's mocking you, where you're like, no, we'll just let the bullet ricochet over here, and you're like, fuck, I jumped out of the tank every single fucking time. Just so, like, hopefully there's a gunfight. Just take me now.
Yeah, I mean, your thoughts about, like, the guilt stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know if you saw, like, the first podcast or whatever. I kind of laid everything out on the line for me personally. But, like, we like, ended up running over one of our dudes. And then like, so like I'm sitting in the back, like I was like a rear turret gunner at the time. And like he was in my squad at one point, like he, like, you know, and then so I'm sitting in the back, I'm on comms, like trying to like figure out what's going on or whatever. And it was all because, you know, somebody made a decision that wasn't right, but now I'm stuck like pulling security. Like I can't do anything about it. Like I knew I had to pull security. So I feel for you, man. Like it's tough to like, you know, bridge that gap, but like, hey man, like that's pretty, it's some heavy stuff.
It took me 12 years to even mention that event. Like it was so buried, and I just like to a point where like you see glimpse of the event, like just flash, and you're like, and it just brings you to like an uncontrollable state, like just anger and pure hatred. But you're in like on a concert. And you're like, why am I here with a concert listening to good music, and now I just want to fucking kill everybody? I don't want to be here. Like, and I don't know what triggered it. It just comes and goes. Like the way I explain it is like you have a rucksack, right? And some days you can carry that bitch fucking forever, and some days you can't even move 10 feet with it. And it's the same rucksack. And, you know, it's just things just pop up. Things just. It's just hard. I've never talked to anybody about it. I never knew that if my guys were going with it until I realized like we lost like 8 dudes after we got back.
That's a lot.
You know, that's like we lost, and like we're still losing people. Like and you know, and what's a little bit difficult for me is that our unit is deactivated. So like, was it worth it? Like, was it worth losing all those guys for a unit that doesn't exist anymore?
Well, hopefully those dudes that like kind of came to you afterwards, like, you know, those fucking infantry dudes, whatever, that like cleared those buildings, and they're like, dude, like, I mean, not that it's gonna make up for anything, but it's I mean, use those things as like something, you know?
And that helped me out a lot. Like when, you know, I met a couple of guys, they were like, because you're locked inside a tank. People think like, you know, it's a video game. Like, you know, if you've ever seen our sites, it's just a video game. You literally point and shoot. Everything's already zeroed out. You're hitting things at 1,400 on a dime. You're shooting, you're keyholing it at 1,400 yards. You know, and you're like, okay, nothing's gonna get by me. Nothing's gonna do this, and then so it becomes like not personal. Like, you know, like infantry guys, you're out there. You're pointing and you're shooting and you're seeing it. I'm seeing it at like 10 power. I'm seeing it like you're like here, but we're really like 400 yards out. You know, so like it's more visual. You see the blood splatter. You see like the leaky, you know, you see the last breath, things like that. And you're like, all right, fuck you, whatever. Next. You know, and that never bothered me. Like, it never like, and I took to like, maybe I'm just fucked. Because
I think you talked about it, like how you compartmentalize all of it, but like it's like you're doing your job at that point, and then like the hardest thing is like when you couldn't do something that was like not so much against your job, but like it was like that was like the hardest thing was like not shooting that dude from 400 meters. It was like, dude, like going blackout at, you know, 0 dark 30 for no reason. Like it's tough. It's tough.
Like it's just rough. Like it's so hard to explain like the heaviness. Like everything always feels heavy. Like no matter how happy you are, it's there. Like it's just heavy, and I'm learning to kind of live with it and like not control me. Like I'm finding ways to talk. Like Second Tanks has like a podcast, right? And you know, hearing their stories like from outside the tank, because like, you know, when you're inside a tank, you're only limited to your perspective, and that's through a keyhole, right? So you live your life through like a scope, and then you got infantry that sees everything 360. You know, then you got other tankers seeing what we did but doesn't realize what we're doing. Like we can say the same event in a completely different perspective, you know, and we're literally not even 10 yards apart. Like, and you know, hearing their stories, like hearing them, like it kind of brings to life and it fills in the blanks that from your blind spots. He's like, remember that guy who was on top of your tank and we just shot your tank? Like things like that. He was like, I was like, I remember that. I didn't. He's like, yeah. We laid him out. He jumped off. I think he broke an ankle and he scuttled away to the alley. I'm like,
thanks for that. Yeah,
like,
appreciate you.
Stuff like that. And you're like, all right. And then you hear like stories of, you know, just dumb stuff. We were just kids. Like, there was one time in the middle of a gunfight. You know, our section goes like, we're out of ammo. I was like, out of ammo? Like, how are you out of ammo? He's like, can we get some ammo for your tank? We had a cooler full of like iced like sodas and Rippets and stuff like that. So in the middle of a gunfight, he sends his loader out, running like, you know, 15, 20 yards to our vehicle, jump up, grab drinks because they were thirsty. And that's all. That's our mentality.
Just kids, just little
doing
kids.
Stupid shit like that. Yeah. Fucking middle of Fallujah, like fucking hardcore, fucking rounds going everywhere. There's there's flares, you know, everything. Yeah. This is just fucking 20-year-old kid. He's like, I'm thirsty. I want some Rippets.
Give me a Rippet.
You know, if that would be the best promotional like sponsorship ever. If that story ever aired, like,
dude, I had meant to buy Rippets for this too, but I couldn't get here fast enough, so I didn't. I can only find it on Amazon. Yeah, it would have took like 2 weeks.
The first time I did Rippets, it was
the little Rippets or the big
it was only the big ones. I couldn't find the little ones.
The little one, that you fit like 21 of those. Like, yo, it was oh my god, things like that makes me laugh. Like stories like that, like there's just the dumb stuff that we did, like all the glory, all that shit. We didn't really fucking care for that. We just wanted remember our guys, like, and that's what like I kind of lived through. Like I see, like I have friends with all of them, so like I see them have kids. I see that they're pushing forward, like, you know, but then, you know, I have guys that go the complete opposite. You know, I still talk to them. I try to bring them out. And that's what like I live for. It's just even out now, I still think they're like my fucking troops. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Listen.
Knife hitting him on the phone.
Yeah, like seriously, like they're like, dude, just come live with me for 2 weeks. Yeah. Like I'll set you up with school. You can stay with me rent free. Like I would do these things. Like I'm tired of just fucking losing people.
Yeah. That's
you know,
tough.
it just.
So when you came back, was there a process for you guys, or like anything afterwards?
So I got out in 2008, and my EAS took 4 days. Because when I got back, I only literally had 21 days before I separated. So I took the leave. I came back 4 days early. They're like, do MEPS when you get home, like, you know, do all your medical stuff. And when I got home, I skipped it. Didn't want anything to do with it. I'm fucking out. Fuck this. Yeah. Fuck the VA. Fuck everything. And I literally just locked down because, like, they don't push that on you. They don't like if they made it mandatory. Yeah. It would be so much like you cannot leave unless you do 30 days of this. They do it for everything, for training, for like, you know, for qual.
Yeah, right.
And the one thing that is the most important fucking thing, they're like, nah, you're good.
Yeah, we talked about like the yellow ribbon, like we have like our thing with the Army or whatever, and it's like, dude, they just release dudes. They just like go do the thing, and then you show up to like some stupid fucking, you know, like thing where they give you all the employment stuff. They're like, oh, here's your stuff. This is what you need, whatever. But like they don't force that. Like, hey, dude, just calm down, get your shit together. Like, talk about this thing for the next fucking 30 days with your dudes, because it sucks. It does suck.
I feel like if they made it somebody within the unit instead of like an outside, like company or outside unit, like admin unit that does that, it becomes a lot. I think it would like be easier because the person that you're in your company, you're more comfortable with. You're like, so there's nothing that you would hide that they already wouldn't know. It's a familiar face. They want to do good by you because you're one of them. Instead of you being admin, it's like, oh, you're just pushing another guy out. You're just pushing there's no personal connection. Yeah. So they don't give a shit if you do MEPS. They don't give a shit if you list your injuries or not like that. Like if I was in that position and my guys were getting out, I'm like, motherfucker, you're doing this. You're staying here until it's fucking done. Fill out all this paperwork. You list every fucking broken bone in your body. Everything that ever fucking happened to you, put it on that fucking paper. Yeah. Like somebody that would just care to make sure you're taken care of. Yeah. And the Marine Corps doesn't do that. Yeah. They send you to admin SEP. And you got these admin guys who already have a fucking chip on their shoulder. If anybody combat related, fuck you, get out, whatever. don't tell you. They don't. If they're good, they will tell you. If they're not, it's just another E3 just doing his job and fucking just to get through the day.
That sucks.
You know, like, and that fucking sucks. Like, you're Marines, you fucking help each other. Like, no, it's not like that. It's not when it comes to different units. There's chips. There's people with fucking
cultures,
hatred.
really.
Yeah, it's just different
cultures,
clash.
yeah.
We make fun of them, and then they fucking end up screwing us at the end. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Like, they never get. You know, it's just one of those horrible stories. Like, it's, you know.
But it sounds like now, after all this time, it almost sounds like I'm. Let me know if you agree or not. It almost seems like a common denominator is like it's just taking this time now where we're actually processing our feelings. Is that how you feel like you've gotten to a place to be with your counselor? You're processing your feelings?
Yes, because I think it's all maturity. Like, it's more of like you're going like everybody thinks they're in their prime from like 18 to like 30, right? Like that's right. You can do whatever 100 miles per hour. You need 1 day's rest, whatever, like that, right? After 30, your body starts to break down. You start to realize what you've lost, where you're at in life. You start to judge, where am I going? This is like where your life begins. And then you start to look back on it, is like, well, why didn't this work? Why didn't this work? You know, why am I angry? Why do I not have friends? Why do I don't have a girlfriend? Why do I don't do these things? Why do I avoid these things? And you start to question yourself, is like, can I live like this? Some people can. Mm-hmm. You know, some people will live that life until the day they die.
Yeah.
But, like, with me was that I just wanted to be happy. I wanted to get to a point where, like, I didn't feel guilty being happy. You know? Like,
I hear you.
And I told myself, he's like, dude, you did it your way for 10 years. You fucking got nowhere.
Yeah.
You lost friends. You lost, like, really good relationships. You lost probably, you know, love of your life or whatever. You know, because things didn't work out because you were too fucking stubborn to just talk. Mm-hmm. You're
just talking.
You're just talking. Like, nobody will fucking know. It's confidential. Like, you're just fucking talking. Like, you tried everything. It's not working. Like, you're a fucking fighting killing machine, and you don't want to talk. I get it.
Yeah.
We're taught not to talk.
Yeah, talk, feel, everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like...
But we're not that. We don't owe shit to the Army. We don't owe shit to the Marine Corps. We don't owe anything to them. We did our part. Yeah. You know, it frustrates me. Like I should owe my allegiance to the Marine Corps. Fuck no. I owe my allegiance to my family. Like, you know, they're the ones that are gonna take care of me. They're gonna be the one that matters.
Yeah.
Fucking 40 years from now, memories will fade. Family doesn't fade. You know, things like that. You have to justify getting yourself in there some way somehow, and that's what I hope this does. You know, this is why I agreed to this. Like, if our stories can, like, kind of relate to one person, I fucking feel I'd be fucking great.
Dude, I mean, I had the same thing. So I did my thing. I think, you know, I did it out of, like, hey, you know, I want to talk about it, but, like, I didn't want to talk about it, whatever. Did my whole thing. And then we did a second one, and it was good and whatever. And then, like, one of the dudes that I really haven't talked to in 10 years messaged me on Facebook. He's like, hey, man, thanks. Like, I saw your shit, and that was it. Like, and I was just like,
that's all it takes.
I was like, hey man, like, dude, and that one thing was like, I was like, this is why I want to talk about this stuff. This is why I want to, like, because I'm not an emotional person. I'm not like a feelings person. Like, that's like the worst thing for me. But now, like, I'm, you know, processing all this stuff with the help of Terry. Like, honestly, like, Terry's like the counselor over here. So, you know, he's going through the same thing. And
do you feel it more comfortable talking to somebody that can relate to you because they've been in the same stuff, or would you like 100%. Somebody that's impartial, never been there, but the more empathetic side?
Yeah, see, I see that's the problem I had when I was going to the VA. I had this person that was like, you know, it was like totally like unrelated to anything I was a part of, any sort of like, you know, just totally opposite of me. Yeah. And it didn't work. Like, it really didn't. But like, I did have a dude at the vet center for a couple of years when I got back, and he was awesome. Like, he really like kind of brought me down to like a certain point that I could function, you know? And so, like, honestly, like, from my experience, like, this is the most helpful therapy that like I can do for me. Like, it's different for other people, but it's just, talking to dudes and just getting, you know, I don't know, just shooting the shit is like helpful for me.
I actually found it the opposite.
Yeah, no, and then and that's
weird.
a cool thing too. Yeah,
it's so weird because like I had a guy that was been through it, and it was. I felt more closed. Like I felt like I'm not one-upping you. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not. That's not what I'm here for.
Right.
You know, like I feel more judgment because I just don't know.
Yeah.
He's in the military. You know the bravado. You know what you can and can't do. He's been in it. So what is he now? I'm thinking back in my head. Is he judging me?
Right. Yeah.
Like, is he trying to like? Oh, you're a fucking pussy. You know, whatever like that.
Yeah, it happens.
So, but when I was also nervous, like with somebody complete opposite. You know, it's she's good at what she does, and I felt more comfort. Like, because, like, if I'm going to bear it, I'd rather bear it to somebody that kind of maybe would feel something for it. Yeah. You know? I feel like a guy would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But her, she kind of makes it... There was no judgment. There was no... Like, I didn't feel like she was judging me. She didn't think I was a horrible person. Like, she didn't think I was a pussy for doing this. You know, she didn't think... And it, even though it took 2 years, I'm sorry. She does it. Like, I'm sorry. She's probably gonna watch this. But
why wouldn't she?
Right? And she like it took forever for her to open up because like there was just all these things that were holding me back. And I felt with her was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right, and I'm gonna do it 100 miles per hour, and there's gonna be no excuses after this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't fucking work. I'm fucking done. This is like my last ditch effort. You know, like I tried it. I didn't avoid it. I even though it took me years to kind of get to the point where I'm at, I like where it's going. Like, it opened up all the wounds.
It's awesome.
But it also kind of scarred, like, it's still there.
Yeah.
But, like, it's more manageable. Like, it doesn't control me as much. It doesn't sway me towards, like, I will always feel sad, but it's, like, doing that fucking forever. So, like, I can work through that. But, like, there's pockets of happiness in between where there's no guilt. And I'm okay with that. Like, these little, like, victories, small victories.
It's awesome, man.
You know? And then, like, it's like, I think it's working. And I feel like the more I talk, like I said, the bigger the expanse of what I can talk about goes further. Mm-hmm. And I've never did a group session before. Like, you know, but I don't feel judged from you guys.
Me neither. Before.
I know, like, so I'm comfortable with Terry. So I never met you. So, like, I was a little apprehensive. But, like, the energy, the calmness, like, you get it, and I'm okay with that. You know, like I got to the point where I just don't care if you judge me anymore. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, but when I first 10 years was protecting that.
Yeah.
You know, and then it started to chip away. Like, all right, I gotta take care of me now. You know, they replaced me. They're gone forever.
Yeah.
And now it's just me.
Yeah.
So am I gonna be like this, or I'm gonna do something?
Yeah.
And I'm not one to lie down and just take it. I'm going to do something. If I fail, I fail.
Yeah, it's funny you say, like, because it's a difference. So, like, I feel a little bit more comfortable, like, here, like, doing it now. Like, not in a podcast, because it's always uncomfortable. Yeah. But, like, I think it's a good point that, like, you know, we're all different people. Like, yeah, we're vets. But, like every kind of person is an individual. So, like, you have to, like, kind of, like you talked about going back on everything. Like, it was like, oh, you got to start my childhood, start this, start that. And then like everybody's had a different childhood, different this, different that. And I think, like, there's many different ways to deal with it. And, like, you know, one of the ways is here, one of the ways is with your counselor and stuff like that. But, it's good.
Yeah, it's weird, like, because, you know, your military service, like, when you get out, it's literally a quarter of your life. Like, I got out at, like, 23. That's 5 years of my life in this one little subsection. And then, but we completely skipped the other 3 quarters. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of that stems from that, whatever happened then, you know, and it affects your military stuff.
Yeah.
And I never realized that until I took a look at myself and was like, holy fucking shit. Oh, why did it go such in protective mode? Like, why did it hurt so much this, but that didn't hurt? Mm-hmm. Like, and, you know, it kind of gives you like an open sense of like you're getting yourself back.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we close ourselves up so much, we lose ourselves because we had to, we needed to, it was survival. Mm-hmm. and then it's just living with what you did while you were in this one little block in your life that goes against everything you've ever known and stand for.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? Do you forget about it, but it's still there, so it's still fucking with your psyche, right?
Yeah,
or
man.
two, you slowly chip away at it. Like, I feel like, you know, if as long as I keep chipping away at it, it's going to hit to a point where it's just, I'm okay with it. Like, acceptance, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And it'll never go away.
It'll never go away.
Like, it's going to be like a,
like,
you know, like you said, the scar. I think that's like a perfect example.
like,
is like, hey, like, yeah, I open this stuff up and then I cover it with a scar because it's there, but it's covered. You know,
instead of just like when we initially did, just cover it up. Don't even deal with it.
Yeah.
It's fucking rub dirt on it. It's still damaged. It's still there. It's still raw, even though it's covered up.
Yeah.
And you never deal with it, so it's always floating back there. And subconsciously, you're picking at it, and that's why you go into these moods. There, like, you know, that's why you get these panic attacks. These fucking like why you're so mad all the time, and you can't even explain why you're mad. It's because your brain subconsciously picks at like all this like unresolved shit in your mind. Like, did you do enough? Like, you start to question yourself, and you don't do it on purpose. You just like walking, you're running, and it's like fuck. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. Just leave me the fuck alone. It's just leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I want to be by myself. Fuck you. I'm out. I don't want to be here. I don't like these people. Like you make excuses to kind of just run away from it.
Let me say this, Chanda, and I'm not saying this is blow smoke up your ass or anything, but earlier you had said something along the lines of you kind of like shut off your feelings or just to protect your guys, your unit, which is essentially your guys. I tell you what, though, you guys that have you lost. I swear to God, I don't know what I believe in, but I know right now, like what you're doing right now is making them proud, man. Like you working on you is making them so fucking proud right now.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword with that because I feel like I'm not living to my full potential for them because they're not here. I feel
the same way.
You know
man.
what I mean? Like, he's like,
right.
all right, I'm here. I need to make something of myself because they gave everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like, all right, I need to do good, but if I don't, I feel bad that I don't.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
I always live for them. Like, I always like try to live for them. Like,
Chanda, dude, you're well successful, you know what I mean? In you have your own life and you have your own career and you're continually putting in the work, man. I know, like, maybe in your mind, maybe you should be like this fucking super like fit guy who's got like a dog and like 3.5 kids right now. Maybe that's your ideal, like, you know, like living up to like expectation. But dude, like, I've never not had respect for you. My respect has always grown for you. You know what I mean? You have always been an awesome friend. You're wearing my fucking goddamn shirt right now to represent. I didn't even ask you to do that. It's fucking summertime. You're wearing a fucking hoodie. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I think you're doing a fucking awesome job trying to be the best person you can be. And honestly, man, I think they're looking at you really proud.
I appreciate that. I'm very the problem is kind of like, I know you guys might feel this, but like I feel like I'm worthless. Like, it's not about me. Like, I've checked pretty much every single fucking box that you can as a successful adult. Go to school, get a house, get a dog, get a wife, get kids. Like, you know, you go through this whole step that you've been taught your entire life.
Yeah.
But like every single one of my milestones, I didn't want to celebrate. I didn't care for it. It's on to the next thing. Like, it's always been in the military. It's on to the next thing. And so success was just a byproduct.
Yeah. Well, I think, I mean,
you know, because my coping was school. Like,
yeah.
So
but,
well,
that's what I mean.
byproduct.
Yeah. So like, I think you need to like get to a point where, I mean, like your success is like, it fulfills you to an extent. But like,
that's one of my problems. Is that I never do anything for me.
Yeah.
It's always for my families. It's always for my friends.
Yeah.
Like I would give everything to them for them to be happy, and I could be desolate and live under a fucking bridge or something.
Yeah, but you got to be okay to be happy with everything.
And that's my problem. I can never ever shake it. Like, I can never ever shake that feeling.
I'm not a counselor. So.
I know.
I try and help you, but man.
No, I get it. I get
it.
Yeah,
but I think you're on the right step with it all too. Like, is that like?
I hope
like,
so.
You
like,
have to.
You have to have faith in it. And,
you have to have faith.
and stick with it. Like, because I've relapsed where I skipped 6 months and then I dropped back into the same zone.
Yep.
And then I get a call from her, and you're like, I haven't seen you 6 months. Get your fucking ass in here. And then she's like, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And she gets me back on track. Like, because you're going to fall into that. Like, it's not perfect. Like, there's no path towards it. Just as long as you go at your pace, you say, like, 2 years just to talk about the military. I'm surprised you just said, get the fuck out. Like, what are we doing here? You know? Like, things like that. Like, you need help. Like you need that support. I feel like we couldn't do it without it. Mm-hmm. Like, we can do this and we'll be fine, but internally, sometimes some things won't get touched. Yeah. Because some things are just hard in front of friends. Some things are hard even with friends that have been through the same shit. Yeah. You need an outside... Like, I feel like sometimes an outside perspective will be blunt. Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll tell, I have no secrets with Terry. Like, I'll tell him straight up anything. Like, I feel confident that there's nothing that I would not talk to Terry about. But then there's things like, things that are hesitant about, like, but not like events, not what I've done. Yeah. But things like I feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though, like, I'm pouring my heart out right now, there's certain things that are underlying where, like, I'm not going to say that because that's kind of it's a personal matter, but somebody that's outside impartial, the personal aspect of it is not as great. Yeah. She'll just look at it as like, all right, that sucks. Well, this is why. This is this. And I feel like this, I hope like this helps somebody. And I'm okay with it.
Dude, it's
like I feel like we just need more help. Like we shouldn't be losing more guys after we got out. And that's what hurts the most.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because like it's just blood. Like, you guys are family. Like, we've been through shit together. Like, it doesn't matter which branch, doesn't matter anything. It's the same fucking experience. Mm-hmm. It just might be a different, where it might be a little bit more dramatic for some.
Variables.
Like, it's not a dick measuring contest. Like, I'm gonna fucking one up you, and like, no. Yeah. No, it's you can fucking be a radio watch for fucking 9 months, never step out of the wire, but hearing fucking people being vacted.
It's got something to do with it.
Like, it's just exposure. Like, it's just people just take things the way they take it. Like, we can sit through the same event and come out completely two different people. Yeah. And people don't understand that. People think we're faking it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, what do you know? Yeah. It's like, even if I was, why does it fucking matter to you? Yeah. There's something wrong about that in general. People faking valor, faking all this shit. There's something wrong with them. There's not a normal act. Yeah. Like, it's mental health. It's all like, and we just need to get people on board with that. I feel like we just slack it so much. Like, and I understand why. Like, I know where the problem is, but there's no way to fix it because it's just it has to come from inside. The has to come from you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I can push you all I want. Like, I'm like, Terry, you fucking need to go. Fucking need to go. But you're the one that's gonna have to step in that door. I can't be there for you. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you can shut yourself off when you walk through that door. And I would never know. He's like, I fucking went. Yeah. You have to step into the door and just keep at it. Like, and I learned that I'm a lot happier. Like, I'm a lot more functional. Like, I feel like a functional adult.
That's good, man.
Like, I feel
that's good to hear. Because, like, I mean, like, obviously I can say that, like, I'm fucking cured or anything like that. Yeah, but like, no. Like, so, like, I'm not going to counseling now, but like, it's on the back burner.
It's little victories. Like, like the little pockets of nothingness but happiness. Yeah. Even if it's for 30 seconds, I'd be fine. I feel like that's a victory. Because that never happened 15, 20 years ago. Yeah. It was just all fucking fuck off. Fuck you, fuck the world. And I'm completely, gonna get engaged, getting married, like shit like that. Like,
are ya?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Like, that's another thing. Like, nobody knows. Yeah. Because I keep to myself so much that, with COVID and everything, like, I'm getting like married in like 15 days, like 14 days.
Fuck yeah, man.
Damn.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like shit like that. Like you know what I mean? Like, and it's just.
You should feel happy about that.
Yeah, like, and I would have never thought like 15 years ago that would ever happen. Yeah. I feel like I couldn't even hold, like, I feel like my looks are the only ways I got girls. Like, it wasn't personality. It was just all looks, that maybe I was a little caring and stuff like that, but.
Girls always did like a smile. Yeah, I remember that in school. Like a smile.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm just kidding.
But no, like, it was like I don't know. It's just like an awakening. You know what I mean? It's the easiest way to explain it. Like there's a realization at a certain point, usually around the 10-year mark for some reason.
Fucking 10 years.
Like 10 years,
It's
like
weird.
10, and like I don't know. It's just maybe you're just at that age where you kind of look back and then that's where you make the decision where to go because you kind of there's a self realization of exactly what's going on with you. You know there's something wrong. You either in denial or you do something about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where you're fighting your bravado. That's why you're fighting what branch you are in, like fighting all the norms of what you were taught. So it's hard. You have to fight. It's not just fighting yourself. You're fighting through everything. Yeah. You're fighting the army. You're fighting your friends. You're fighting your own ego. That's hard to do for anybody.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's not easy.
like and we've been through the like guys who throw themselves in harm's way for a cause that doesn't give a shit about you. For other people's rights, we don't give a shit about that. We didn't give a shit about the flags. We just care about each other and whoever was there. You know what I mean? Like, that takes something. Like, that's not normal. You know, it's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
You know? And then to kind of, like, fail those guys is hurtful to anything I've ever been through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you feel like they're part of that, and that's why it's hard to kind of like, I need to take care of me.
Yeah.
We never were like that. We were always taking care of everybody else.
Yeah.
You take care of your troops first before you take care of yourself, right? That's the rule if you're NCO,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They teach you that. It's so fucked. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
It's smart for military.
Yeah, smart for military. No, it works for 6 months and 9 months, but after that, you know.
Yeah, like where do you go? Who takes care of you?
Yeah.
Staff NCOs don't give a shit. Just as long as they get the mission done. They get their recs, they get their promotion, fuck you, whatever. Make me look good. It's basically as an NCO. It's like, yeah, make the staffs look good. Make the, lieutenants and shit like that look good. And you're just stuck in that middle where you're like...
Yeah, shit, man.
Right?
How do you guys feel about closing out?
Yeah, man. I think, I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you guys,
doing
man.
this
You guys,
stuff. Yeah.
It takes a lot, and I thank you for allowing me to come on.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Seriously,
this is not us. This is like this is everybody's. It's like kind of thing. It's like
anything to help out anybody. If it reaches somebody, it feels.
I think it will. Like it's.
I'm not
like
a great orator or anything.
Dude, like I said, I said with that one dude, man. Like the one dude that comments on like Facebook messaged me and was like, "Hey, like thanks." Like, dude, it's out there. It's like people are seeing it. Like, and you'd be surprised. Like, it's just and like like any of us, like they look at it and they're like, "Hey, wow, that was thing," but they don't comment. They don't do this. Like, because I think we're doing something that. Or I want to believe that we're doing something that can help somebody at some point, and that's why I keep coming. Yeah, Terry brought it together, man. He was like,
I appreciate
want to do this and want to start this, so
it's
good.
It's intriguing to help yourself, but it's something weird about trying to help others. You know what I mean? Like your platform, you have the platform to do it, and it could fail. It could sound stupid to certain people, but like for people like us, people like that's been in it, it's like you don't understand how much miles and miles of gratitude that comes with it. Like even though we don't say nothing because we're always quiet, it doesn't mean like just because you don't get enough comments or any shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I told Terry too. I'm like, there's like, so you got like Lone Survivor, American Sniper, like all these SF dudes with these huge podcasts and like this and that and like that. And then you got like but there's no in between.
Yeah, there's no
like there's no there's no like, hey, I'm a turret gunner in like the tank. Like I don't know, like I was a gunner in like the there's nothing in between, man. So,
it's like either like you're completely broken from like war, or you're like fucking like a Delta guy. You know what I mean?
I know. It's
yeah.
I love those guys. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think the balls to the wall is fucking crazy, and I love that about them. Like, but at the same time, they just put the pants the same way as we do. Like,
that's true.
They just do it at a lot faster.
Yeah.
That's all.
They buckle that thing so fast.
They just do it
One
a lot
pull.
faster, But like, but tops are what they do. Everybody does their job. Everybody has a different job. We all can't be SF guys. We can't all be snipers. The best shots. We just do whatever the hell we can do, the best we can do, and that's all I can fucking ask for. And but that's.
Can you?
It was one of those things.
Well, for our last parting message, Chanda, Is there anything you want to say to anyone out there listening? Because I think most of our viewers are family members of veterans or veterans themselves. Is there anything you'd like to share?
Dealing with my experience for family members, just understand that because we stay quiet doesn't mean we don't trust you. We hate you. We don't want you to know. It's you gotta understand a lot of it is like sometimes shame. Like, we're not your little kid no more. We're not your little brother no more. Your big brother. And we're finding ways to try to get back to that point. So patience and like understanding, like thank God I love my family to death because they were so fucking patient with me. Like you have no my sisters are afraid of me to this day, and that fucking breaks my heart.
It's tough. It's a tough one.
It breaks my heart because of the 2-3 years after I got out. It was just nothing but yelling, and they were like front line for everything, and I've been trying to make amends ever since, but they, thank God they stuck with me, I don't, I talk to them all the time, it's just respect the space, but to understand that it's not you. Even though it's aimed at you,
I'm fucked up. It's me.
Even though it's aimed at you, just know that it's not. Like, we fucking love you to death. Like, it's just, put in an environment where you can't feel or anything like that. Sometimes when we express ourselves, it's usually not in the best light. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely does.
Our happiness can be us screaming on the top of our lungs. It's not. It doesn't relate to what it is. What it's supposed to be. And us, but we do care. And anybody that's have any family members or vets can understand that, and just give us time, and hopefully we'll all get there at one point where.
And show them the video.
Just share this.
Yeah. But I love my family and my friends to death because everything I do day in, day out is for them. Yeah. And just know that. I just want you guys to, and believe it or not, even though I never say it, thank you for being supportive. Like, my friends are so supportive of me, and having that goes a long way. Some people don't have that, and that's what I hope this does. Like, you got guys that you can lean on. You always need that lean support. You can't be alpha all the time.
Yeah. And
we need to break that mold.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, we usually end it with a cheers, but since you don't drink, I'm going to give you a hug, man. Yeah. All right. All right.
We gotta prep for the hug.
Get married.
I know.
Oh, man. Congrats, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.